You're finishing in another dimension, a dimension not only of wood and fibers, but of grain.
January, February, finally, I have time enough to paint. That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
You're moving into an area of both varnishing and needles, of things and superstition, and it lies between the pit of old rags and the summit of paint cans.
You're traveling through another dimension.
Dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind.
Tommy, turn it off. Get in here and eat.
All right, I'm coming.
Hey, kid,
Yeah, go ahead. Turn it back on.
don't listen to her.
It is a wondrous area whose boundaries are tucked and pleated. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the furniture zone.
Hi, I'm Jack Albertson.
And I'm Dean Jones. Welcome to Ensign O'Toole.
No, really, this is Furniture to Go, and I'm Joe Lorario.
I'm Ed Feldman.
That's true.
And today it's the lamp show.
That's why we're here at Lumiere with the proprietor.
Arthur Meckler. It's a 20th century modern furniture store with accents on lighting.
And Arthur's got a few lamps for us to work on in the show, so let's go find out what he's got for us. Oh, she drinks like a fish. Look, that's Mary, swordfish.
Tuna fish for lunch today. Arthur, hello.
Hi, guys.
Got some lamps for us today?
I sure do. Here's 3 recent acquisitions.
Let's go to this one first.
This is a pretty oak lamp, and it comes apart.
Yes, solid oak and chrome metal fittings.
And originally, it looked like it had some kind of fill in it, a white fill. It was probably a bleached finish, natural, and then with a fill, a white fill. We can reproduce that.
I think we should fill again.
Yeah.
Fill and fill again. That was a Jimmy
Fill
Fallon.
and fill done.
Hey, now,
Look.
did this come with the lamp? Did this come with the lamp?
No, as usual, you find your lamps without shades. So this is a recent flea market find, and I think it fits pretty well.
Like
You
maybe
mix,
it'll
you
fit over
match.
here.
It'll fit this lamp, which
But
is
I-
Project 2.
I don't think it goes. It goes up here better. Look.
Yeah, thank you.
Graduation day.
I want to thank the Academy. This is a really messed up finish, and we're not going to take this down to a natural wood.
Just pine. This poplar, I think. We'll strip it down, sand it, and then we can do a painted, maybe a stark black and white marble on this one.
Tony Stark, Iron Man.
You know, the bad heart.
And is this is 50s too, right?
50s as well.
Now, what
This
about
is deco.
This
Correct.
is cast iron and brass, probably from the 20s or 30s.
And it's got rotten original wiring, but we can fix that. I'll
Look at this.
rewire the whole thing.
Reminds me of a woman I knew from Kansas City.
Okay, and one went this way, and the other went that way.
Uh-huh.
You know, Arthur doesn't just buy and sell, and he's got a beautiful store here. He also makes. What do you got there, Arthur?
Well, this is a Lumiere original, a handmade, one-of-a-kind stained glass lantern.
And you could play checkers on that if you turn it on its side.
Hey, what's behind it? I think that's our ticket out of here.
Yeah, when next you see us, we'll be somewhere else.
Thanks a lot, Arthur.
Oh, modern travel.
My underpants
I
melted.
left the shoes back at Arthur's.
Not all lamps are salvage jobs. Some are created anew.
And Warren Muller, proprietor of this establishment, creates fanciful lamps just like the one you see hanging here. Hi, Warren. How you
Here
doing?
he is now. What have you got here?
Well, this is a chandelier made out of copper tubing, plumbing, bendable.
Regular plumbing tubing.
Yeah, and these are porcelain teapots that I got in Chinatown.
Wow.
You know, drill through them and
So you
wire
kind
them
of
up.
bend this all up so it's got a balanced look. And
And this is a salvaged piece, though.
That's from an old chandelier. Yeah.
So some bought new, some salvaged, some fabricated.
and some sold, lots sold.
And I may also make things too that I put on the chandeliers. I make things in molds. I'll show you. I have here.
I made a
I
sandwich
just opened these molds, and these
Ooh.
are
Davy?
2 heads.
And a-
See if
and
I
a
can
Buddha.
Take them out of here.
Wait. Let,
Yes. Ooh. He's nice.
These are going to come together. These are going to be part of a chandelier there.
wow.
It's the lover's chandelier. You know.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And out in your showroom, we have some other great things you've done.
Well, I have the Blue Bunny chandelier and the Stigmata chandelier. It has lights coming out of the palms. That red chandelier over there has mold-made parts out of wings and parts that are made on the potter's wheel that are put together. And then there's some found parts and also copper tubing. I can make a lamp just about out of anything, you know. Art is life.
I need a Q-tip.
I don't know where the plug goes.
From time immemorial, people have needed light.
A good case could be made for lamps to have been the original first piece of furniture to be had.
I think everyone would agree that the open fire was the first form of interior
The
decoration.
warm glow and cheery crackle, producing heat as well as light, also became the cooking area and, of course, the center of the night's entertainment when the first cave dweller burned his hand and ran around the cave screaming and hollering.
In later years, this was replaced by the glowing hearth, the cheery fireplace, the cooking stove, and finally, the warm narcotic glow of the Sony 32-inch with surround sound, picture-in-picture, and VCR Plus. Improvements? Perhaps.
But there's more movement and variety in a fire, remember?
With that being said, let me say this only, that in all honesty, we really don't want to do lamps.
No, but we got to take them apart anyway. Look, Superman and the Mole Man.
Hey, it wasn't my
Yeah,
idea.
it wasn't my idea either.
Wasn't mine.
You saying it's my
Wasn't
idea?
mine.
It was my
Wasn't
idea?
mine.
Oh, yeah?
Wasn't mine.
Oh, yeah?
All lamps are taken apart the same way, except for this one.
No, this one has got the wooden lamp that's been filled. I'm going to take off this little button. This is called the on button.
The on button?
The
Look,
on
mine's
button.
coming apart already.
Once you take the on button off, make sure you put it on a place where you know where it is. Otherwise, you can't turn the light on again.
Throw it away. Look, what's happened inside every lamp is there is a threaded pipe. It's a thread at the top and a thread at the bottom. There's the bottom, and here's the top.
Bottom.
And
Bottom.
And on the top where it's threaded into the fixture, that's where the wire goes down, this threaded piece. Now this piece, I'm going to have to rewire.
This piece is different because there's a long thread on it. But the socket is coming out.
I'm going to need a tool for this. Hey, here it is.
Ah, there we are, folks. There we are. See that? Now, I've taken the plug. Here's the plug. I already took that off. And that way, I can pull the entire cord through the lamp.
Once again, dear friends,
I now have these 5 commandments.
just 2 commandments and a small one. Remember,
look,
we're going to...
look. Modern Gumby.
Hey, let's get to stripping, shall we?
Yeah, this is the lamp, and these are the wooden parts of the lamp I was taking apart.
It's oak.
It's oak, and it has a white fill in it.
It's white oak, you know. There's 2 kinds of oak. Did you know that?
shut
White
up.
oak and red oak. Hey, you going to make it home tonight for the PBS miniseries?
Oh, I've been waiting a long time for that. What was it? The 9 Wives of Dean Johnson? Was it?
12 at least, I think.
Who was in that? Alec
What?
Guinness? Alec Guinness is playing
No,
Johnson.
Opie. Opie on stilts. But we kid the other
Who
how
are the 9 wives?
Well, there was JoJo, Robin, Anne Boleyn,
Tyne Daly, and who else? I think
Jane Seymour. She's the queen of the miniseries anyway. Well, I painted this once. Now what do I do? Did you do this one?
Yeah.
Well, I got nothing else to do.
See if you can pick it up with the pinky.
No.
Go
I'll
ahead.
think about, how many guys do you think are inside Jerry Cannell working him?
6 or 7. Pulleys and levers. The beats. Those beats.
The gloves, they fit now.
They just fit, and the hands are different.
We're going to be putting the white fill on now. It's going to be paint. I need my brush. Thank you, Clucky. Clucky, the furniture to go
Here's the
checking.
paint. Look,
Helping as always.
the furniture guy's shirt
In purple now.
in purple. I'm going to submerge us.
First, we take the wire brush.
Because it works, right? The wire brush, this is oak. We're going to scrub.
Oh,
And when you scrub-
Clucky went down.
You pull all of the dirt that's in the pores out of the pores. Remember how many times we got to tell you.
Yes, we do it all around, and you know what? That opens up the pores for the fill.
Now, here's what we call,
The white paint.
the designers love to call the pickle finish. You put the white paint on, see? And then,
And then with a paper towel, we wipe across the
Can I have some of
grain.
those paper
You
towels?
may. I thought you were going to wipe with us.
I can't do it. I don't have, and you wipe across the grain, see?
And the white theoretically will stay in the grain and come off
See?
the other
Now, if you paint some
surfaces.
more on here.
Hey, wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry.
Oh, gosh, he always does that. Hey, just get the tip of
No.
my pullet, will you?
No.
All right. And
Next.
next, we'll be moving on to lamp number 2. Time to do number 2. That looks good. You got time? We got time.
All right, we'll really sand it.
It's 80 grit. It's a coarse paper. Why? Well, one thing it's doing is it's taking the schmutz off. That's dirt for you, people who live in Iowa. And after, we're going to be putting a painted finish on, and it doesn't really need to be stripped all that much, or not at all. So nice, long, full strokes. Whatever's coming off really smells good.
You know what that smell is?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's shellac.
Is that the shellac?
It's an old shellac.
Oh, it smells like my aunt's basement.
Or as the little girl wrote us, schlack.
Schlack. No, I think she was talking about our performance.
No,
And
that's schlock.
Schlock.
That's schlock.
So now, take it with a tack of rag, and now
Nice and
it's
clean.
time to paint.
Take the white paint. If you could see on the base there, taped off so we don't get it on the base.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're going side to side, really,
Well, it
does
does
it?
because you can get it in there.
Oh, but you're being careful, aren't you?
Of course, always.
Here, I'll turn, and you just paint. Here, I'll turn it again.
Get it right down at the
Yeah.
base.
You know, we could put Clucky on it, and it would be like a rotisserie. You start.
There
You
you
lost already.
Oh,
see?
well,
Yeah.
so
see
confident
this?
you
Watch
are.
of this.
Yeah.
Watch of this.
Yeah.
No, why would you go here and then there?
Because I'm blocking you.
Blocking me from what? I
Oh,
just
hi,
won.
Hi.
This is the cable ace
Right
right
there.
there this year.
Can I have that pen?
Oh, do you want the pen?
This is this lamp. Remember we showed
This
you?
lamp, we primed it white so we can draw on it. Now, you remember when we visited Arthur
I'm
in
hunting
his studio?
wabbits.
He had little stained glass lamps that he made with little squares. Well, he gave us an old lamp, and we're going to steal his idea and give it back to him.
Yeah, and he'll love it. See this? We've already marked some lines here. We're going to make checkerboard.
Yeah, long lines with a Sharpie.
So I
And
gotta-
when you see us live and ask for our autograph, we'll be using this Sharpie.
Exactly what we use to sign our T-shirts with.
Right. Of course, if you just try and hit us, we'll have to just go like that.
So watch here. I'm going to take this, use my fingers as a guide.
And I'll steady it.
Steady that.
Don't you always use your fingers as a guide when you draw something?
Sometimes
What
I
are you going to use, your foot as a
my
guide?
conscience as a guide.
Right guard today?
Sport talc, Menon.
Waiting for the endorsement.
There
That's
we
it
go.
for the long line.
Now, see, so now we have long lines around there.
The Playtex long line bra. And now what he'll do is just he'll hold that.
Now you turn.
And I'll turn it. See, because it's both of our shows. Does it matter that it's not straight like a draftsman thing? No,
Nah.
because this is art, right?
This is art, and I am an artiste. Well, we're ready to paint.
We have cross-hatched,
Well,
which is not the same as Wilbur hatched. Do you remember
We've
him?
gone around and around in a daze. Yeah.
And
Made rings around the pole. We got some black paint.
rings around the pole.
We got 1/4-inch flat brushes, artist brushes for doing oil paintings. You can make a happy square again. And this is a dowel rod.
stick.
It's a dowel rod.
Sticky the stick.
And you need this to paint. You can paint freehanded if you want.
but
if
you'll
you,
screw it up,
If you have a dowel rod, so you can put it on here,
as many of us do.
and then you can hold on and use the flat of the brush, the flat edge of the brush, to get in the corners. See that there?
And let me say that we're painting every other square black.
Just like a checkerboard. And then bring it down.
Or the fabulous Mondrian before he discovered primary colors. When was that? You know, we got his inspiration looking out the back of his window at the flat Dutch countryside. Did you know that?
It was good, because if he didn't, he'd be looking out the front window, and he'd be seeing the milkman.
Yeah, there we'd be having pictures of his dachshund chasing Lars the milkman instead of those checkerboard pictures.
We're painting the more squares, almost done.
I like the ones with
And-
just the spots on them.
Can you, well, those are the ones that go black. Can you hold this while I finish this one?
Can you come to the edge of the bed?
Hold on.
Can't I just paint spots?
Just hold on, huh? Let me get this one done. There we go.
Hey, you know what was on late last night on TV?
What?
Dusty's Trail.
That's a great show. After Gilligan's Island went off, they put together an ensemble
Dusty's Trail. It was a little wagon train lost in the desert.
with Forrest Tucker as the skipper,
Well,
who was really the head of owned the carriage.
No, he was the trail boss.
And then
he
you-
had a little buddy, Bob Denver.
Yeah, who was Gilligan. And then they had a rich guy and his wife and a cabaret singer.
Because they didn't have movie stars because it's 1880.
And then what? A little girl, farm girl, and a smart guy. You needed a smart
A
guy.
real
on
smart
on
guy.
a wagon train.
Look, there was a drip here.
There was a drip.
We'll fix it later.
Oh, this is therapy for me. And I need therapy.
I think all America knows that. Hey, look at you. Did this happen when we fell against this?
I guess so, and it rolled around.
Sure. It's a good thing
Well-
Mondrian's dead. He didn't have to see this.
Oh, gosh.
Look,
like
it's
conceptual art.
this is flames. It's
No.
actually, you know what this
Wait a
stuff
minute.
is?
It's horsehair. That was my Larry Fine lamp.
Now we're going to clear coat both lamps, both wooden lamps. You have to have a clear coat.
And we're using a regular semi-gloss lacquer. And we're going to spray it on because it gives you a neat
Did your
finish.
mom ever have a clear coat, one of those clear plastic raincoats?
No, they didn't come in until later. She wouldn't wear one of those.
Late 50s. Late 50s,
She
man.
wouldn't wear them.
Okay. Mine had it. She went to the door. She had no clothes on. She put it over to answer the door. It was the delivery man. The mistake. Now it's shiny.
There we go. Now
Looks like
we
a street sign in Germany now.
I like the way everything's been placed around. Yeah.
Stretching the boundaries of furniture with lamps.
We are rewiring our third lamp.
It's a deco brass lamp. The first thing you have to do when you rewire is somehow get the wire through the long tube. And we've got a piece of chain. And then we pull the chain from one end and we've hooked the little wires around it. And in theory, this should work just fine.
You see the movie Crumb? Maxim Crumb? His brother did this.
Once every 6 weeks.
Every
through
6 weeks
through his
ran a
intestines.
tube through the intestines. A
Chain,
piece of cloth.
chain upon him.
There we go.
Okay, now he's got that, and Joe's going to put that through the base and then attach it to a new plug.
Now, I've
that
already
goes into
bared the,
outlet,
hold on, I've already bared the wires.
as have we all.
So it's got like a forked tongue now, see?
Now, at the other end, I'm going to rewire the top. Now, this is a strange affair because
You're
one
telling
chain
me.
is independent of the other. So what I've done is I've run a wire from the two contact points from plug number 1 to plug number 2, and that's that wire. This wire is coming from the wall, theoretically. I'm going to braid these two together and attach them each individually to the contact point here. And that way, unless the underwriter laboratories call us, you should have nice light. And here we go. Just going to hook that around
Boy,
there.
these old cords, they got that cloth binding around them.
Well, this is a new cord with cloth binding.
Oh, so we're even using an old type cloth bounded wire.
That's because we are restorers.
Now, see that one of these things, the bared wire, has got to go around this
Turn
screw.
this around. The
You make
bared wire, that was Mickey Spillane's third.
You make that around there, take the screwdriver, and we're going to tighten that up there,
Shove it down in there,
and there,
wire it around.
and we'll take the other prong.
Got to put that through the base
Oh, this will
first.
fit through the base now.
There you go.
Thanks for telling me that, because otherwise, would have had a plug and would have had to make a whole new base.
Then we would have had to go to the foundry.
That's the way I would have done it. Just
Now-
make a whole new base with a bigger hole, or drill through.
Wait a minute. I know you can see the wire, but that's the way this thing was made.
I can see it.
It has, well, I know you can too, but so can they. There's no place to hide this wire. It's just got to go that way. It's the early days. Now, why don't you pull that all the way through so I can screw this on the
Well,
top?
because my fat fingers.
No,
Oh,
pull
pull
the
this.
wire. Pull the wire.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wait a minute. We got a loop.
I don't
Go
fool
ahead.
with electric much. Got blown off a ladder one time when I cut a live wire. Sent me eight feet across the room.
Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling.
See, but this is TV. It's not
Keep
really
pulling,
a lamp.
Keep pulling. It is, well, it's a piece of bread, actually.
There you go.
Now I'll screw this on and we'll be ready to go. I've got a bright idea. Let's put all the lamps back together.
Like we did.
We did it!
Look, St. Blaise.
And what we're doing now is we're polishing the metal.
He invented the-
Aluminum, chrome, and brass.
He invented the Blaze donut.
Blaze Star.
I got a little toothbrush here, which is very good once you don't put this back in the rack, but it's good for scrubbing the stubborn tarnish that's on there. And if you scrub a little bit,
Look how nice that aluminum's coming up.
and then look, when you polish,
Yeah, let me dab in there.
oh, you got all your highlights and your lowlights.
And this is the chrome, and all you have to do with this polish is you wipe it on. Usually wait a minute, but of course we haven't got the time. And then you wipe it off, and look, all kinds of schmutz comes off. That means dirt.
You should let it dry. This has a little abrasive powder inside the polish.
You think this would be good for white rings? Do you care?
How do you get rid of white rings? Do you know?
Oh, just watch the show.
Oh. Well, went right up the nose.
So we polish and we polish. Yes, we should have probably polished when these were taken apart, but then we couldn't stand up.
Look how shiny this is.
Look how shiny this is.
But look at this.
But look at this.
No, look at this.
No, look at this.
Oh, look at this.
We could be Swiss bell ringers like this.
It looks
You have to be
nice.
careful with aluminum, by the way, because aluminum is the softest of all the metals that we're dealing with today.
But you know what? If all these are clean,
Yeah.
I'm not plugging this one in.
No, it'll work, I promise. Next time they see us, it'll all plug in.
Okay.
You'll be out. I'll be all by myself, and my hair will be on fire.
I'm not plugging it in. That's all I'm saying. This still reminds me of
Reform school.
Superman and the Mole People.
Oh, what an illuminating show.
Yeah, we both had a nap. No, it was a very fun show. And here's the before and the after. See that? Here's the first lamp. This is what's come to be called the Harlequin lamp around here.
You started calling it that.
No, Diane did, actually.
Really?
We drew a line, and then we colored in the blocks.
It's beautiful. We
Cleaned-
shined up the
Cleaned
aluminum.
the glass, and then the aluminum was shined with a polish, a metal polish.
And this, Elmer Fudd's blunderbuss.
From the future.
It's-
I'll kill the rabbit.
It's got the trapezoid, which, of course, we filled, and we, of course, shined all the chrome, too. And it looks nice. I like it.
And then we have this piece of... Well,
Hey!
this is the one that you rewired.
Yes, I rewired it. It's a beautiful deco brass lamp, and I rewired it personally. I think it did a darn good job.
Well, I'm Joe Lorario.
And I'm Thomas Alva Edison.
So until next time, when we meet again, same station, same channel.
Who cares?
Be nice.
To your furniture and your lamps.
And your lamps
And
always.
even your torches.
I'm
Hey,
go-
let's try it. I
I'm
think I
gonna
did a
try.
good job.
Oh, I know you did it.
Coming up next, Bob Vila's home again. Join Mr. Fix-It himself for 2 back-to-back shows, adding contemporary convenience to antique homes, maintaining the class and charm. Stay with us here on TLC.